What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I got a little different video tonight. I wanted to put something quick together. I had actually started taking the sawzall apart, and I kind of wanted to share with you what had happened to it. I've used that sawzall for about 3 or 4 years now. Pretty heavy use, mostly demo use, and it's served me really well. But it's still a brush tool. It's not brushless, and it's gotten hot enough over the years that at a couple different times through cutting plaster and some other stuff, it had actually shut itself off, or I've been told that they can differentiate if the tool is getting too hot inside or something with the circuit board, that they'll shut themselves down. But this one's done that, and so I took it apart kind of expecting that the brushes may be bad in it, but it actually was a wire that had smoked inside of the handle. So I just wanted to put this out there. Maybe this will help somebody, save them a little bit of money. They don't have to run out and go buy a new tool. Maybe they've experienced the same thing with their tool and can put it back into service. But I can kind of show you how the brushes would be to change if you had to do that as well. So I'll get the tripod, or get the camera off the tripod. I'll show you the sawzall up close. So here's pretty much what we're looking at, guys. I initially figured that it may be the brushes inside of the motor, which are located right in here. And it appears to be 4 brushes on this motor. There's 2 on that side, 2 on this side. And that's what I figured was going to be actually the problem. But in taking it apart, I actually found that there's a wire that connects from where the battery connects. There's a terminal here, and it came up through the center of the chip or circuit board, whatever that controls the tool, and came to another spade terminal here on the bottom of the trigger assembly. But it actually had gotten so hot that the wire had burned itself into the handle, and so the wire pretty much just burned in 2, and that's what was causing the tool not to run. So as far as I can tell, I'm gonna test this before I go to the trouble of trying to solder the new wire in place. But I'm gonna put a battery on it, jump between those 2 terminals, which appears to be the main power wire from the battery to the trigger assembly on the tool. So I'm gonna jump a wire between there, see if the tool works. If it does, I'll solder that. We'll put it back together, and I'll continue to use it, or see what use I can get left out of the tool. So I'm going to put one of my batteries on here, and we will jump between the terminal that was bad at the battery pack and the terminal at the trigger assembly, and see what happens. And that will appear to fix it. So I'm going to resolder here and here, or if I need to, I'll put a spade terminal on it, and we'll just put it back together that way. I'm going to use a little bit heavier gauge of wire than what was on it, because apparently that power wire seems to take quite a bit of heat. So here is the wire that actually burned in 2, if I can get that in focus, and it pretty much just completely burned and smoked in 2. So stay tuned. I'll get this resoldered. We'll put the tool back together, and we'll wrap up. Well, everybody, we appreciate you being here. Obviously, we were able to get the sawzall back working. You could probably see in the footage that I was having some trouble with getting the terminals soldered. I don't know if Dewalt used something different to solder those wires or to make those connections, if they used some sort of like robotic, tack weld, or what they did to attach the copper wires to their terminals. But it seemed like once I put some flux paste on it, that helped. I'm out of my smaller solder, so I was using a little bit heavier solder than I normally would. But when I used the flux paste, it seemed to help. If I have trouble down the road, I may have to do a bit more research and see what exactly Dewalt was attaching those with. But I should get some more use out of it, some more mileage. Anytime I can save from throwing something in the landfill or the trash, it's always a positive. And it's not that I don't have the money to go out and buy a new sawzall, but if I can get something back working again and still get some use out of it, I try to do so. Like I said, we appreciate you being here. A couple things. I'm going to try to get back on recording footage on the tractor. I do have some stored up because it's probably further along than anybody that's been keeping up with that has seen. But I've got the distributor and the carburetor still to rebuild. So I'll probably get some footage of that this coming weekend and get that stuff, start getting it back uploaded again so I can get that tractor kind of wrapped up now that we're done with the chickens. So, if you like these videos, people say it all the time, give us a thumbs up, give us, a like or a share, subscribe to the channel. Those things, I've explained this on a couple other videos for those of you that follow along. Those things really do help people's channels. People don't say that just, for kicks. Thumbs up and likes help people's channels because it gives them the necessary feedback that they need so that they can tailor their channel so that you enjoy watching the videos more. Because when one video doesn't do well, another does. They can go back just as any other person would, whether you were a sports player and you were re-watching the tape, and they can see where, the things that their audience, obviously likes watching more than others. So those things really help people. We appreciate you doing that stuff. And for people that are monetized on YouTube, that's what helps them actually, get paid or make a living as well. All those things factor in. So, like I said, we appreciate you being here. If you feel compelled, you like the video, hit the thumbs up button. You feel like it, you may subscribe. But I'm going to keep putting out some content as things come up and I get these other projects wrapped up. So, like I said, thanks again. We hope you're having a great week. Hopefully everybody's doing well. And, for everybody who's in hardships right now, we'll be keeping you and your families in our prayers. And we just appreciate your support on the channel. Take care and have a great day.